Shalom. First and foremost, we'd like to give all praises, glory due to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Bahashim, Rahab Kakwadash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who taught me this truth through the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, and honors to you, brothers, pushing this words and sincerity and truth throughout the four corners of the earth, that we were scattered. Okay. We being scattered consisting of the 12 tribes of Israel, which make up of you Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians. All right, I'm the brothers of Har Gabar, Lord willing, Aparatazah, the lesson is edifying to the hopeful elect out there, men, women, and children. Yeah, it's gonna be a straight to the point. I'll name it something on the lines of being glorify the Lord and not the carnality, because further and further more we get into these race wars and riots which are prophesied. That's all Jake is talking about down here in North Carolina. Oh, I know. You see what they did in D.C. and this, that, and the third. I'm gonna get my guns and this and that and the third. Man, listen, man. Okay, first of all, what makes you think? Well, they don't know. Okay, but what makes you think our people, okay, which are not even militant and together as a people, can come together and fight Esau, the so-called white man, okay, with his blessing, which is the sword? They don't know this, but I have to do an edification lesson on it. What makes you think, okay, the ones who build the guns, you're gonna beat them with the guns, and you have to buy the guns, okay? Much rather less the bullets. And where you get the bullets from? The ones who create them, okay? Their stores, their convenience. I mean, whatever you get it from, they make them, okay? I was watching I seen a paper. I was reading into a paper the other day. I think it was some type of Muslim paper, because it was, it was mentioning Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam, and all this on the front and back pages. So I guess it was sponsored by, the Muslims, whatever. But it was talking about a militant black group that had did something. And you see nothing but black guys dressed up like they were a SWAT team. You know what I mean? And listen, man. You may have it, but at the end of the day, okay, where you get these weapons from? You get these weapons from Esau, and Esau has much advanced technology than the weapons that you niggas have, man. Okay, and you have to understand that, man. You can't beat your so-called white man with his blessing, man. He was blessed with the sword, man. Okay, he was blessed with the sword and that deception. Okay. Let's get into Jeremiah chapter 9. And I'll start with 22. It said, "Speak, thus said the Lord Yahweh, even the carcasses of men shall fall as dung upon the open field, and as the handful after the harvestmen, and none shall gather them. Thus said the Lord Yahweh, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom, neither let the mighty man," which is the point, "neither let the mighty man glory in his might," right? Being carnal. "Let not the rich man glory in his riches," right? "But let him that glorieth glory in this, that he understandeth and knoweth me," right? And if you niggas knew, okay, the scriptures in any type of way, form, or fashion to a T, that there's no point of getting carnal with the most carnalist people out there, physical, Esau, man. Okay. It's not gonna happen. You're not gonna win. Okay. You can't go to war with somebody who was breaded for war, man. We are not breaded for war. Okay, we're warriors, okay, but not with the sword. We're spiritual warriors, and we have to wait. Certain men, you know, are gonna be bestowed with that spiritual power, uh, uh, in due time. Okay, but let him that glorieth glory in this, that he understandeth and knoweth me, that I am Yahweh. Okay, which exercise loving kindness, judgment, and righteousness in the earth. For in these things I delight, saith Yahweh. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, that I will punish all them which are circumcised with the uncircumcised. Okay. And the point was in 23. Now let's see if we can get a precept. Because the scriptures tell you, man, uh, uh, being carnal is enmity, carnal mind, right? Is enmity. It should be Romans chapter 8 somewhere, I think. Carnal mind. Okay, let me type in carnal mind. Right. Let me see if we can get up. I start with the first verse. It says, there Romans 8:1. Salakia. There is therefore now no condemnation to them which are in Yahweh HaMashiach, who walk not after the flesh, right? But after the spirit. For the law of the spirit of life in Yahweh HaMashiach hath made me free from the law of sin and death. For what the law could not do, in that it was weak through the flesh, the Most High sent his own Son in the likeness of sinful flesh, and for sin condemned sin in the flesh. And Christians will try to use this to say, oh, yeah, man, so that's why he sent the Son. We couldn't keep the law, so the law is done away with. Nah, man, that's not what it's saying. Verse 4, it says, the righteousness of the law might be fulfilled. That the righteousness of the law might be fulfilled. Okay? And us who walk not after the flesh, but after the spirit. And we know that every day we wake up, we're vexed, in society, in our spiritual, okay, is at war with our flesh, and every day, man, is at war, and they're contrary to one another. Okay, it says that the righteousness of the law might be fulfilled, right? Because Yahweh Shah came to fulfill the law, not to do away with the law. You must deal with the bitter as well as the sweet. That's right. And actually, that popped up at the right time, because that's part of being in the faith, man, is dealing with the bitter and the sweet. This dealing with that spiritual battle, man. Okay, verse 5, for they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the spirit, the things of the spirit. For to be carnally minded is death, okay? But to be spiritually minded is life and peace. Because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High, okay? For it is not subject to the law of the Most High, neither indeed can be. So then that are in the flesh cannot please the Most High. But ye are not in the flesh, but in the spirit, man. If so be that the spirit of the Most High dwell in you. Now, if any man have not the spirit of Hamashiach, he is none of his. Okay. Now let me get let me get because Jake they always gonna try to glorify what they have. Basically, Jake get a couple of Esau's weapons, and he'll look to kill one of his his own brothers, or somebody you know that he feel he has more power than really going to uh the true oppressor. We hear that all the time. Man, stop oppressing me, man, oppressing me. And who's the true oppressor? Esau, Edom is the true oppressor, but you can't take your little guns, whatever, your little grenades and things like that, bro, and go to Esau with it. No, you have to go to somebody who looks like you and use it, okay? Which is most likely personal, you know, over anything. So Jake is emotional, which is not walking what in the spirit, okay? When we come into this truth, we try not to let those emotions. We try to discipline and retain and detain those emotions, man, and walk in the spirit, okay? But this is for edification purposes. You know, let's go back to, because the weapons of our warfare are spiritual, man. Okay, I'll start at the first verse. 2 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 1. Now I, Paul, myself beseech you by the meekness and gentleness of Yahushua Hamashiach, who in presence am base among you, but being absent and bold toward you. But I beseech you that I may not be bold when I am present with that confidence wherewith I think to be bold against some, which think of us as if we walk according to the flesh. For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. Okay. Verse 4, for the weapons, right, of our warfare are not carnal. Yeah, man. But we want to get carnal because ultimately we're walking after the flesh, the weapons, right? I'm gonna say Jake out there wants to get carnal because ultimately they're emotional, and they're walking after the flesh, you know. They're emotional, and they're walking after the flesh. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High to the pulling down of strongholds, which is what? Our main weapons is the scriptures, uh, okay, prayer, and yeah, consisting of these scriptures and prayer right now, okay. You using 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 the sword, man, is Esau's thing. It was never bestowed upon us, okay, to be to use the sword, man. Now we're warriors, back when, we were fighting hand-to-hand combat, with swords, you know, um, battle shields and things like that. We those type of warriors. Okay. Verse 5 says, casting down imaginations and heavy and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of the Most High. Right? And we do that with the scriptures. And bringing into captivity every thought, okay, to the obedience of Yahweh Shah Mashiach. Okay, so let's go back to Jeremiah 9 and read 23 again. Thus said the Lord, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom, neither let the mighty man glory in his might. Okay, because really you have no might. You have no might. Let not the rich man glory in his riches, and you don't have any riches, man. Riches profit not in the day of wrath, right? It says, but let him that glorieth glory in this, that he understandeth and knoweth me, that I am the Lord Yahweh, which exercise loving kindness, judgment, and righteousness in the earth. For in these things I delight, saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. Behold, the days come, said the Lord Yahweh, that I will punish all them which are circumcised with the uncircumcised. Okay. And with that, I want to give all praises and glory due to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Bahawah Kakwadash. Um, till next time, Shalom.